Prince Harry issues shocking accusation that Charles traumatized him by refusing hugs. Prince Harry has accused King Charles of traumatizing him as a child due to his father's reluctance to hold his son. During the interview with drama expert Gabor Mate, Harry said that the lack of hugs he experienced growing up was a mistake. He added that if he didn't hug his own children, Archie and Lilibet, he would have a similar impact on them as he grew up. The pair were having a candid conversation about trauma and healing in an interview to promote Harry's memoir, Spare. The conversation was billed as a discussion on living with loss and the importance of personal healing. In his memoir, Prince Harry spoke about his fractured relationship with his family, focusing in particular on his brother, Prince William, and his father, King Charles III. The Duke of Sussex stuck to his promise of pure honesty and revealed a rare insight into life within the royal family. However, the prince has been criticized for invading the privacy of his family members, with a biographer saying the king has been hit hard by the revelations from his youngest son. Gil Knappett, a royal author and biographer of the king, was a guest on last week's episode of the Pod Save the King podcast. Asked how Charles may have been affected by the words and accusations Harry wrote in his biography, she said, "All I can say is that has been hit hard, more than hard, in fact, as I've been told. Would be any parent. I just think it's a very sad private family matter that has become so public, and I'm really not sure what it was supposed to accomplish." Harry has previously been questioned about allegations that he has invaded the privacy of the royal family by publishing claims about them through various interviews, as well as his book. During the Duke of Sussex interview with Tom Bradby, which aired on ITV ahead of Spare's publication, Harry said, "I don't know how staying silent will make things better. Brothers say to you, Harry, how could you do this to me after all? After all we've been through? Wouldn't that be what it'd say?" Harry, who claimed in his book that his father begged him and William not to make their later years a pittance, replied, "It'd probably say all sorts of different things." Bradby continued, "Some people will say that he has criticized invasions of his privacy all his life and the prosecution will be here if he is invading the privacy of his nearest and dearest without permission. Now that will be the prosecution." To which the Duke replied, "That would be the accusation of people who do not understand or do not want to believe that my family has been reporting to the press." There was already speculation about how Charles felt about Harry's earlier claims when Spare was published. Many suggested that a line had been crossed when the Duke launched several attacks on Queen Camilla. However, some experts have argued that Harry shouldn't be written off just yet, and that there is still a chance of reconciliation. Arthur Edwards, the Sun's longtime royal photographer who has captured the King's work from behind the camera for nearly 50 years, was a guest on an episode of Hello! Magazine's A Right Royal podcast last month, arguing that there is still great hope for Harry. He said, "She is his son. At the end of the day, she's his son. I don't think it will completely cut him off, I think he will try to keep some contact with him. Who knows what will happen in California?"